Hello and welcome to the Evolvepreneur Secret Show for entrepreneurs. I'm your host, Brian Silverthorne, and my mission is to always help entrepreneurs make a difference and to navigate the often messy world of startup growth and relaunch. And today we're going to dig deep with our guest and get you the best concepts and strategies to fast track your business. And today's special guest is Omu Obilor. My apologies for stepping on my tongue. Omu Obilor. Welcome to the show, Omu. Omu is
No, you got it
uh,
right.
I did. Thank you. I'll chalk that up in the
Thank
win
you so much,
column.
Brian, for thank you so much, Brian, for having me. You got it right.
Good, good, good. So Omu's a transformational leadership expert. She's also a keynote speaker, a coach, a mentor. She's got a very extensive bio. So Omu, if we can start, maybe you can give us your backstory, your origin story, and let us know how you got to the position you're in today.
Okay, so my backstory is an interesting one. I actually studied computer science and engineering in university, so I'm actually an engineer, and I started out in a multinational oil company, but I always just wanted to work for myself. I'll make this brief. So I would use the word dabble because I never thought myself as a speaker, trainer, or a coach, but I knew that I was hungry for personal development. And that led me to the John Maxwell team as a founding member. And to be quite honest, never in my wildest dreams did I think I was going to coach, speak, or train. I just thought that I needed to develop myself. And one thing led to another. I found myself coaching informally and training informally for many years. Um, and then I found myself here. Along the line, I joined a few other associations and did a few other certifications that helped mold me into the person that I am today.
So interesting. You started out to accomplish one thing and ended up building a career on it, kind of
Abs-
almost by accident, huh?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I have a similar short story. I ran a successful business. People ask me how I made it so successful, and I ended up being an advisor and a coach for a number of years as well. So it's kind of interesting how that sort of thing happens.
Yeah.
Um, so what you're doing now, what do you like most about it? What gives you the biggest joy?
What gives me the biggest joy, I would say, and actually excites me, is the ability to meet so many people from different parts of the world. I have always enjoyed traveling and I've always enjoyed meeting people. It's a kind of conflict because I'm also an introvert, but I just like to explore new places, explore new food, I just love traveling. And from the first time went into business, I launched myself into the international scene and I've never looked back. I'm a proud member of BNI, and that has also exposed me to over 70 something countries. So, what excites me most and what I love most is being able to impact people, not just in my immediate environment, but globally.
So that leads me to a couple of curiosity questions. How
Okay.
how exactly were you able to expand your speaking career and the other aspects of what you do internationally? That sounds like it might be a challenge that would be interesting to learn about.
Okay. So it's almost like everything happened unplanned. Like I said earlier, being an introvert and not very sociable and shy, I had issues with networking. I didn't know how to network, and then I wasn't very sociable. At the time, I thought the more social events you attended, the better networker you would become. And then BNI came to Nigeria, and I joined BNI for the sole purpose of networking. So in my head, it was a case of attend a meeting every week network formally, no pressures, and get the job done. Um, if anyone who knows the way BNI operates, you don't have much of a choice other than to do a presentation of your business every week. So that, in the first place, helped me not only articulate what I did, but also helped me get confident.
So that BNI, that's Business Network International. Do I have that correct? Whoop, did I lose you?
BNI Network International, yes.
Yeah, okay.
BNI is Business Network International, yes.
Yeah, so
Yes.
I think I,
So that's
yeah, their format is that you introduce yourself at each meeting, and also if you have the opportunity to be maybe the main speaker at any particular time.
yes, and each member introduces himself and talks about his business within 60 seconds and also makes does an ask, which kind of is like making you get used to the elevator pitch.
Well,
And
that's good.
while in BNI, yes, so while in BNI, I rose from being the education coordinator to the national trainer and an executive director. So that actually helped me, gave me a lot of boldness to not just speak in Nigeria, but globally. That helped a great deal in exposing me to the international crowd. And of course, the John Maxwell team is international. And I have several other teams that I belong to, like the Empowered Living and the New Encoding Institute. And all those kind of bring people together globally. And of course, as a master networker, I am able to do the networking.
Well, that's excellent. Obviously, you got over your introvertness, if that's a word, and worked your way up through the organization. I'm guessing, by
Oh,
virtue of your ability to network and help others do the same. So, at
absolutely.
the moment, how do you attract uh, the business that you do to earn an income, whether it's speaking or coaching sessions? How does that all work for you?
Okay, so the major way that I attract people really is networking. I have been able also to identify where my niche is in terms of social media. I'm still present. I try to be present in the major social media on the major social media platforms, but I also have identified where my target clients in terms of people that I want to work with me and also people that I want to recruit me, in the sense that I where event organizers or summit organizers are, I've tried to identify those platforms, and then where clients who need my services as a coach and all that, where they are as well. So that has really helped me identify the social platforms. And then, of course, I'm constantly networking internationally, and I've come to discover that post pandemic, post COVID, everyone is also hungry to network online. So there's several networking platforms for speakers, for coaches, for trainers, where people go into breakout sessions, exchange ideas, collaborate. I'm very big on collaboration as well.
Yeah, I mean, working with people that are in the same industry or industries as you are, and getting referrals here and there and helping each other out is always a good way to do that. Um, so so
Absolutely.
so what's an ideal client or an ideal engagement for you?
My ideal engagement for speaking would be a crowd that is looking to grow themselves. I'm very practical and fun loving and authentic. So, a crowd that would identify with me. I cut across ages and I cut across quite a number of topics because of my various disciplines.
So it's people that want to expand on their personal growth or personal performance. Did I get that correct? Or
Who want, people who want to people who want to grow personally. I like
okay,
to use the words who want to live better lives. Um, I always say that my main favorite slogan is living your best life. And that cuts across different aspects: personal life, professional life, and whatever achieving success means to you. So it really cuts across board.
great. Okay, so what you've got a lot of methods here that you use to spread the word about yourself, networking, just with contacts and on various platforms and niche social media areas like that. So, what's working the best for you to get you the opportunities that you're seeking?
In terms of work, what gets me the most opportunities would be LinkedIn and Facebook. In terms of engagement, if I'm just looking for comments, then that would be Instagram and Facebook. But if I'm looking for work, as in comments or reactions that would materialize to work, 9 chances out of 10, it's LinkedIn and Facebook.
Really? Okay. Do you use specific targeted ads, or it's just people that are followers to what you put on, what you post and what you say, and it attracts people to say, "Hey, could you help me out with that?" So do you
Um,
use? Oh,
do I use what?
I asked if you use targeted ads on Facebook, or if you just rely on the posts that you make to attract people and to ask for your help.
I haven't used targeted ads lately. The last time I used targeted ads was maybe like 14 years ago or something like that. I don't use targeted, and I don't have anything against it actually, just that I haven't gotten around to use it. But
Right.
what I try to do is I try to tag as many people that are relevant in the area that I'm looking for. Who Obviously, I tag people with their consent, tag them so that it gets around their own network, and then it also increases engagement.
Okay. Great. Um, so ideally, if you don't mind my asking, in the next 12 months, what's your goal for revenue?
In terms of revenue in the next 12 months, I'm looking at major six figures. And I calculate my revenues in USD.
Okay. So major six figures, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And is there anything that's a roadblock or a challenge that you need to get through to help you reach that goal?
Okay, so two things. One, it's I'm not sure, it would be wrong for me to call it a mindset, but obviously I live in Nigeria. We have some economic challenges at the moment. Um, I'm making sure that I push past that, considering that I have clients outside Nigeria as well, and try not to let that slow me down or bother me. That's one. And then, secondly, another challenge that is becoming quite glaring is that I need to get on TikTok and get on TikTok fast. I've postponed it for way too long, and I see that it's also a very good platform to engage. For some reason, it's kind of taking me a bit of. It's been a bit challenging getting a hang of it.
Hmm. Yeah, I saw something. I didn't pursue it, but I saw that there's a TikTok for business. I always thought TikTok was just for people making, cute little videos over a short period of time. But I guess
Brian,
it.
You're not the only one. I used to actually just think TikTok was for just joking around. I used to go on TikTok when I wanted to laugh and play around. And then I started seeing that there's quite a lot of serious content and, like serious business content and a lot of engagement as well.
Yeah, there's you get out there with all these platforms, they can be used for a number of different things if you know how to take
Yeah.
advantage of them. So if you achieved your revenue goals, how would that change your business and maybe even change your life?
Oh, in a number of ways. Like I said, I love traveling. I'm traveling would be the first thing on my agenda. I also sit on the board of an NGO that I hold very close to my heart. It's the Children Living with Cancer Foundation, and we're constantly trying to raise funds. So that would go a very long way
Oh,
to
good.
help.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of whatever you need to do and give to take care of the kids that are having trouble. So
Absolutely,
that's an important.
absolutely.
Well, listen, with all the things you've got going, LinkedIn, Facebook, and other things, does that take time away from your ability to generate revenue by having to do all that work on your own, or do you have some help doing that?
It doesn't take time because I post things that come naturally to me, and even my videos are just me being me. So it's not like I really have to go out of my way and create something that is out of my immediate niche or immediate um, area. Really, it's just me being me. But that said, I honestly am searching for someone to help me with social media. My only challenge is a lot of the people I meet do social media for diverse professions. So at the end of the day, I find I'm doing more of the work, and maybe all they're doing is just posting. So that hasn't really helped me. But I make sure that it doesn't. Actually, what I do is on most of the social media platforms, I put a timer on and I allot times to each one. And when I've spent a certain amount of time, it beeps, and I know that that's it for the day.
Oh, wow, that's a great way to stay disciplined. I never would have thought of that. Most of the people I talk to, they get on social media and they kind of get lost in time.
Yeah,
So
you can't get carried away. Sometimes, I mean, I used to complain that sometimes I go on Instagram with the intention of making a post, and then I start looking at other people's posts, and 1 hour later, I'm still looking at other people's posts, and I haven't posted mine. So I had to call myself to order.
right, I get that. You mentioned in the questionnaire that you filled out that you're kind of planning to write a book. Where are you in that process?
Still in my head.
Okay, all right. Is it a it, do you have you decided on a topic or a purpose for it yet?
I the top the topic or the story or the theme would be around living your best life, really.
Okay.
And it would be a bit of my story and my journey, but just generally how to live your best life and be authentic and manage the people and businesses around you.
Well, we certainly all need that, and even from a number of different perspectives. It's always good to have different points of view um, with subjects like that, and all subjects for that matter, to encourage people to think and take a look at what they need to do and change to improve and to help others. So that's a noble cause there. Um, so we're getting toward the end here. Are there any questions that I should have asked and didn't that you'd like to answer, or do you have any final thoughts?
Um, there isn't any question that you haven't asked. But my final thought would be that like I always say, just do it afraid. There are many reasons why we shouldn't do many things, and reasons would always come up. So I always say, just do it afraid.
Could you say that one more time? Do the
Do it afraid.
okay. All right. And how do people get a hold of you? You got a website or Facebook page or that sort of thing?
Yes, I have a website and it's www.thrivewithomu.com.
Okay.
I am on LinkedIn as Omu Obilor. I'm on Facebook as Omu Obilor. I'm on Instagram as Thrive with Omu. I'm on Twitter as Omu Obilor.
All right. Great. So you got plenty of places for people to catch up with you one way or the other.
Absolutely.
So that's
Absolutely.
good. As a a kid that did some fishing with my father, you got a whole bunch of hooks in the water. So well, listen, Omu, this has been very insightful. You've been a wonderful guest, and I appreciate your insight into everything. And you got a whole lot going, and I hope it all pays off for you the way you would like it to.
Thank you so much, Brian.
All right, thank you for being a great guest.
Thank you.